Hey all, doing an unscripted shaky cam overview of my Sonic figures. For anyone who's watching this who's, young and just wants to see the figures, skip ahead a couple of seconds. I haven't been on YouTube for a while, so I don't know how to do the timestamp system. And for anyone who's older and remembers the Jazwares days, who sees those in the back, here's a brief recap of why I'm doing this video. Like over a decade ago, back, still living with the parents, all that. I sold my collection of Jazwares figures, not all of them, as you can see clearly. The two guys in the back are from the OG days, but I sold them, and like anyone else who sold their Jazwares Sonic figures, I vehemently regretted it, and every day of my life I thought, God, I sold them at MSRP after a year or two of collecting nonstop. It was a complete, I scammed myself basically, getting nothing but retail value back. Very, very salty memory. So, I saw a 4-inch Vector at Walmart, like 2 months ago, and then I went on an insane collecting spree. Like almost everything you see here came about in the last 2 months because something snapped in me psychologically. I went, okay, I've got to rebuild the Forge from the ground up. So, without further ado, you got the 10-inch Sonic Generations 2011 Jazwares figures in the back there. You've got these little 3-inch posable Sonic Prime blind bag gotcha figures. They have the stands, but everything besides their legs is posable. I love these guys. Finding these at a Dollarama was so fun. I built a little makeshift, you know, dual layer stage for them out of sorry, I just got a text, but I built a little dual tier stage for them out of a Jakks action figure container. Um, so yep, you can see it. Multiple Tailses. There are so many Tailses in this collection. You got Pirate Tails, two different Tails 9s, uh, a little non-posable Tails, and then of course Big Tails 9 holding 4-inch Rouge's Bat Bomb. We've got Boz Cage Mage Sonic, Boz Cage Mage, Thorn Rose, and then this little Sonic protecting the Coco's Sonic Frontiers statue, which I got in Japan. It was hysterical. Because I was hoping Sonic would be a big deal over there, but when I went a couple years ago, Sonic was basically nowhere. No one cared. Everyone liked Pikachu, everyone liked Mario, everyone liked Kirby. Finding Sonic was hard, so the rudimentary Japanese I learned, of which I remember virtually none, because it was just for that trip. It was like a couple weeks of training. I remember I went to the electronics district right near Tokyo. I forget the name of it. I don't want to butcher the name. I think it started with an I. But I went there and I just went around going, Soniku wa doko desu ka? And eventually someone pointed me, and then they were like, huh? And I go, little blue hedgehog, and everyone was going, ah. And eventually they pointed me toward this tchotchke shop, and this was the only Sonic thing they had, but goodness knows, they saw the enthusiasm on my face, and they're like, yeah, dude, take the last one, go for it. So yeah, he's. I see a lot of people who aren't from Japan who have this guy, and I doubt they imported it. So I don't know. Did this just get circulated super widely? Because I trekked all the way across planet Earth, not solely for this, but at least to bring this guy home. Anyway, so yeah, that's this shelf. It's basically Sonic Prime stuff and a little bit of Jazwares memorabilia, as well as some homemade Chaos Emeralds, which I've put in this clear container. But all 7 of them that my fiance made, because I've gotten her hyped up on the Sonic train, and Lord knows she loves Tails now. She didn't get the Sonic frenzy at first. She didn't get the Sonic mania, if you will. But I've indoctrinated her. So, one of us. Anyway, and now here's the 4-inch collection. As of right now, we've got Jet the Hawk, Vector, 4-inch Shadow, who I think is the worst figure out of all these, just because of the lanky, bizarrely portioned limbs. The fact that his arms are longer and thicker than his legs it's just creepy. But otherwise, the mold is decent. He's also the least posable because his limbs are so thin. The others hold up. So anyway, Jet, Vector. This is unscripted, by the way, if it wasn't obvious. Shadow, Rouge flying with a little stand. Just appreciate the cleavage. It's the last time we're ever going to see it in the current era. Tails flying towards victory. Storm, Jazwares Storm, and then Mephiles. And at this angle with a bit of forced perspective, Storm being smaller, in my opinion, works perfectly. It allows you to get a lot of cool forced perspective posing because, like, yes, he's supposed to be bigger than Jet, but at this angle, it just looks like he's in the background and Jet's in the foreground, and it all works out. So, and they've got a cool pose for him. It's Storm scrambling off of his gear to grab that thing like he's just desperate, or you can view it as him kicking off for a boost, whatever you want. Point is, they're all scrambling to reach the Emerald. Amy and Knuckles are about to ambush Rouge. Of course, Fang is looking in the background thinking, how can I steal this from whoever actually fairly wins the Emerald? Kind of move past this fun little section, little Iron Man from Taiwan, and then the two Hot Toys ones, husband and wife, obviously. One of the ladies' shelves. Anywho, up here, we got the Wanted poster from the Fang figure. Now, it's a terrible accessory for an action figure, but as this weird little pixelated retro 8-bit poster, it fits in surprisingly well with the Lego diorama. You got the Master Emerald. Let's see if you can see him. I don't have the lights on. Hold on. You can kind of see him. I'm going to turn on the lights. So bear with me for a second here. I'm going to set the camera down. Whoa. Let's set it down right there. I might cut this part out when uploading. I might not. Because Lord knows I don't like to spend time on YouTube, but here we go. Ta-da! You can see a little knockoff AliExpress Lego Eggman. He's identical to the real thing, which is incredible. But yeah, he's manning his train, which has the Eggman logo on it. Little Sonic in the back, the chili dog getting ready to hop off this train because he's out of here. Green Hill Slope, Blaze the Cat. And again, the knockoff figures are cool because Lego doesn't even make official Blaze figures, but it come with the cool fire effects. You got the translucent, like she's, stepping on flames because that's what she does, chasing Rouge to get the Emerald back. You got a custom Eggman mech I made with leftover parts, and I think he looks pretty good. He's got dual stud shooters. Shadows chilling out, resting his handgun and drinking a Coke. Jet the Hawk, we love him. Customized Motobug with a wheel, and yes, he stands on his own, he drives on his own. Oh yeah, and customized Rhinobot, also with a wheel to resemble the games, and just have a better overall shape. You can see he's powered by Chaos Cola. He's high on caffeine all day long. And then to continue the tour, I feel like I'm forgetting something over here, but wouldn't know what it is. And if you're wondering why Pocahontas is here, she is supposed to resemble Iota from a Native American themed graphic novel that I illustrated and had published. So maybe I'll link to that in the description, maybe I won't. But point is, her whole shtick is that she rides on a train. So a ye old western train. So this whole theme fits very well. You can see the kind of desert transitioning into Green Hill. I'm going to fly us over the top here. See a little Sonic Prime figure in storage. But then last but not least, yet again, thanks to fiance, she built this cute little lava diorama. And basically, this recreates the finale of Sonic 3 before they go super. So, yeah, you got the 5-inch figures. Now, these guys, right after Vector, I found these guys at the Walmart, and I thought, oh my god, these are so detailed. These are essentially, and they're so posable, these are as close to Hot Toys quality as I think we're ever going to get with Sonic figures. And sorry for the lighting, by the way. It's very hard to get this against the backdrop of daylight. But I saw these and I was like, wow, this is incredible for what, $15, $20? The fact that these guys are as good as they are and they're almost Hot Toys quality, which, you saw. I've got a couple Hot Toys right there. And these guys hold up so well compared to them, and they're that cheap. So I got into these guys, and once I got Vector and the main two, it was all over. So yeah, that's the end of my collection. These guys are kind of the piece de resistance, the creme de la creme. There is some other stuff, some other Sonic stuff scattered around the unit. Let me go back, in fact, because I always forget. There's so much. Ton of classic Sonic comics from the Archie days with some... You got the When Sonic Was King arc, which goodness knows how many people actually remember that. Tons of others. But then also Ring Dash game, which is just branded Trouble. And then Sonic Collector's Monopoly, the original print, mind you, the original, from way back when, which I got at C2E2 in Chicago a long time ago for like $30. Anyway, these are a taste of the collection. You can see over there, little Sonic controller holder. And then there's some miscellaneous Sonic plushies, but I mean, those are things that people gifted me as like memes because like it's tough. As a grown adult, I understand the appeal of action figures and posing them. I don't know what to do with plushies all that much. Besides, cherish them, say they're cute, and then eventually give them away or sell them to, you know, younger folks who have more to do with them. I've never actually ever understood what plushies do. You know what I mean? Like, you can't pose them, you can't set up scenes and create imaginative scenarios with them. Are they just basically for, like really young kids to like hold and cuddle, or alternatively to like throw at each other in an action figure sort of combative way, but in like because they're super durable and made of fabric, they can just withstand more punishment. Like, what's the philosophy underlying plushes? If you've gotten to this point in the video and you're asking the same questions I am, yeah, help me figure out what the point of plushes is. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the collection, the unscripted tour of the collection.